Hello Buddhist friends. So I'm here at the Great Lakes Buddhist Vihara in Michigan. So we have a small trail behind the temple, and we have put some camping chairs, and I'm in one of those chairs. So recently my friend Shanaka, living in Canada, he told me that he was looking for a video online about how to perform a Buddhist funeral. The reason he was looking for one is because his pet bird or some pet died, and he was looking for a way to perform a Buddhist funeral, and he didn't know which things he should have in mind for him to do the Buddhist funeral. And then he called me later and asked me to do this video. I think it's great. It has been a while since he spoke to me about this. But usually, generally, when we think about pets, sometimes because you love them so much, because they are part of your family, when pets die, you feel like some family members died. And you feel grief, and grief again always is a measure of your love towards the loved person or the animal that died. So I think according to the Sri Lankan tradition, whether it's a human being or an animal, the Buddhist funeral is very simple. Usually a monk will be invited to the house. I think he will come with other monks, at least 5 or 6. There's no number. It can be one monk or as many number of monks as you want. And you will put white clothes on the chairs to purify the chair for monks to sit. That is a way to show respect to monks. And you have prepared something to offer for monks. Usually people will offer a white cloth for monks to make robes later, or something else. And you definitely offer some drinks to monks, like refreshments. And at the end, when monks are ready, they will ask you to take 5 precepts from them. 5 precepts include just you abstaining from killing, abstaining from stealing, abstaining from sexual misconduct, abstaining from telling lies, and abstaining from alcohol and intoxications. So that is the first step. And right after that, the monk will begin to talk about you, your pet, and the person who passed away, and just like just remembering the person and its qualities, especially mentioning their name, the relationship with the monk or relationship with the family or whatever he knows about this person. So if it is your pet, you will just identify the name and tell good things about this pet, how cute it was, how adorable it was in your hands, and its name. Sometimes you give a surname to it. I remember when Shanaka had a pet dog, he named it as Nusa and added his surname, which is very adorable. I loved it. And so you say, this pet came to your life on a so and so date and lived with you for so many years and had these many memories with you. So you begin to explore those things. And at the end is the time for you to maybe offer some item to the monks. But since you may not always have monks with you, you can just go to your Buddha statue or to your shrine room and offer drink some water for the Buddha and offer flowers to the Buddha in the name of this little pet. But at the funeral event, monks will first ask you to offer it to Mahasangha. So Mahasangha means community of monks, and the monk himself will lead you through this little ritual in which he will ask you to follow him, and the monk will say, Imang mataka vattang bhikkhu sanghassa dema. This cloth in memory of so and so person, I now offer it to monks. Imang mataka vattang bhikkhu sanghassa dema. So that is the way you offer it to monks, and you say the same thing after the monk. Imang mataka vattang bhikkhu sanghassa dema. We offer this cloth in memory of our pet to Mahasangha, to monks. And immediately after that, monks will begin to chant some verses in Pali, and I will chant it for you like this. Anicca sankhara uppadavaya dhammino uppajjitva nirujjanti tesang upasamo sukho. And the monk will chant this 3 times. Let me do the 2 other times as well. Anicca vata sankhara uppadavaya dhammino uppajjitva nirujjanti tesang upasamo sukho. Anicca vata sankhara uppadavaya dhammino uppajjitva nirujjanti tesang upasamo sukho. So the monk will chant this while you are holding that cloth, and then he will ask you to offer it to monks if you have not done so before. And then the monk will begin to explain you the meaning of this. The meaning actually is about impermanence. Everything that is born in this world, whatever is made, is impermanent. They uppadavaya dhammino. They arise and pass away. They have the nature to arise and then nature to pass away. Uppajjitva nirujjanti. Having arisen, it pass away. It disappear. It perish. Tesang upasamo sukho. The pleasure is, happiness is to be free from birth and death. That is the meaning of it. Once again, anicca vata sankhara. Everything that is born is impermanent. Uppadavaya dhammino. They have the nature of arising and passing away. Uppajjitva nirujjanti. Having arisen, things perish. Tesang upasamo sukho. Getting free from the arising and passing away, or in other words, freedom from death and birth, is sukho, is a blessing, is happiness. This is simply a summary of the teachings of the Buddha, and then the monk will go on to explain these in detail a little more. If you are doing a little small funeral ritual at home, I think it's good to again think about impermanence, reflect on it. It makes you free from that pain and suffering and grief. And at the end, you may also talk about the good qualities of a pet with an intention to send it to a good birth. Making a wish like, may you be born in a happy place. According to the Buddhist belief, we believe that when your death is not the end, that you will continue to be born again and again in different places, because there is no guarantee that you will be born in a good place. We make merits such as offering something to monks, and doing something in memory of the pet or your your family member, in which case people go to the temple and offer a meal to monks and offer items for monks and support for their welfare and well-being. You may do any of these things later on, especially after 7 days after passing away of someone. People invite a monk to the house where that person was living, or a good place where a monk can give a Dhamma talk in Dhamma. So he will do it for 1 hour, and at the end you take the monk back to the temple, and the next day you can offer a meal to the monks. So it's organized that way. There is a way to like pass merits, transfer merits to the departed relative. And upon 3 months passing away of the person, you will again do the same thing, like invite a monk to the house, or you visit the temple, and if there are about 10 monks living at the temple, you bring food and you offer it to the monk. That is the Buddhist way of doing it. And the monk there too will remember this person, and will say that we are doing all these things in their memory. It will say the two gathas to transfer merits, and in that actually there is a little pot of water and a cup, and you place it on a white cloth to again symbolize purity. So you pour water to the empty cup until it spills off, until it's filled, and it goes off the cup. So you symbolize by doing that, you are actually, you want something empty to be filled with what you are doing. So if that departed relative or the pet animal, if it is lacking any merits, you are pouring water to symbolize that may your life be filled with our merits, the merits that we transfer to you. If these beings, the departed ones, are watching from heaven, watching from any other place, they will rejoice in your good karma, and their life will be filled with joy that you are remembering them after death. And when you pour water, the monks will observe that you have filled the cup. As it's getting filled, the monk will begin to chant these gathas. Yatha vari vaha pura paripurenti sagarang evameva hito dinnang petanang upakappati unname udakang vattang yatha ninnang pavattati evameva hito dinnang petanang upakappati. So that is the end of that gatha, in which what is meant is that as rain pours down to the ground, it goes to valleys and fields. Just like that, may all the departed relatives rejoice in this good karma, and may they find happiness. That is the meaning of it. And right after that, monks and you both together chant your favorite famous gathas to transfer merits to departed relatives and to heavenly beings. You do that together. Idam me ñāti nang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti nang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti nang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Now to heavenly beings. Ettavata ca ammihi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya. Ettavata ca ammihi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya. ettavatacha amnehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya. May your departed relatives and heavenly beings rejoice in your good karma, and the monks will finally chant the gathas to bless you all. Abhivadana silissa niccang vaddapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti minate samijjatu. So as you are hearing this final gatha, you put your hands together to receive the blessings, and the monk will say, Abhivadana Selissa. The meaning of that is those who worship the virtuous ones will have 4 things in their sansaric journey. Ayu Vanno Sukhang Balang. Ayu means good lifespan. Vanno is happiness, your comfort. You will have good complexion color. Sukha is joy, and bala is strength in your sansaric journey. These are received whether you wish them or not. That is um, the belief in Buddhist traditions. Even after offering a meal, these are received for you whether you wish them or not. So that is basically the end of this ritual, and we will meet you with another video. Thank you very much for watching. May your departed relatives rejoice in this good karma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.